All right, guys, these are your panelists of today. Please give them a big round of applause. Uh, if you are a lady, please clap hands twice. This is a great opportunity. If you are a guy, you don't have to do anything. You're welcome. Yeah, you guys have a beautiful smile. You guys are energetic. You're welcome on the panel. And I feel like we're going to learn a lot from you. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about arts, youth, and digital take for change. But before we dive into our main topic of discussion, I would like each and every one of you to first introduce themselves, tell us what you do, and tell us what you would love us to, cope up with your life, what we need to learn from you, all that. Just a brief bio of yourself. Yeah.
Thank you once again for having me here. My name is Maddie Noella, and as Boris told you, our MC of today, I'm a social media influencer, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm a content creator. So basically today I'll be talking about how we can impact the youth in the use of digital technology, art, and more of that. So yeah, I think that's it.
A big round of applause to Maddie Noella. Thank you. Yes, Starr.
Hi everybody, my name is Starr. I am from Los Angeles, California, in New York. I am a film, TV producer, businesswoman, and philanthropist. Today I'm going to be talking about the industry and technology.
A big round of applause to her as well. So, have we all heard what she said, or her accent was actually sharp? Sorry? Or you want her to repeat? Sorry, are we through? Like, are we okay? Are you understanding it? Okay. Please, Anipha.
Hi everyone, my name is Anipha. I'm an international model, signed with different agencies like Elite, Worldwide, and the Society New York. And today I'll take you a bit through my journey to being an international model. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. After learning or listening to who they really are, it gives me a sense of understanding that all of them that are here, they all have passed through tech, the technology, the digital system, and when we say digitization, it's not only how you can switch on a laptop, turn on a TV. No, there is more to that. There is the social media you are working on. There is the film industry. There is you being on the model and being on a very sharp spotlight. So now, I want you to take us back. Maddie, did you really, in the back years, in your background, did you really believe you could be who you are today?
Well, not really, because what I do in this country wasn't really given value that much. So to me, it became, first of all, it was more of a passion, more of, just like taking pictures, posting, doing some different content creation, doing reels. And then after some time, like brands started reaching out to me and they were like, Maddie, we want you to do this for me. I'm just like, are you sure you want me to do that? Because the first ever collaboration that I had, it was MTN. So for me to check on my email and me finding that MTN is writing to me for me to be able to be one of the, how can I say it? To me, like to be one of the advertisers and all, I was just like, this is, scammers. Yeah. So I had to write to them on Instagram. I'm just like, are you guys sure you were the one who reached out to me? They were like, yes, please reply as soon as possible. And then I was like, oh my God, this is real, So it started like that. I started working with different people and important people. So to me, I didn't think that I would be one of the influencers, like top influencers in Rwanda. And it's a pleasure. Yeah.
Now you love what you're doing. Can you clap hands for that, guys? Eh? A lot of us, we tend to think that when you start, you don't start big, but you started big. Starting with a company like MTN is a very big one. Me, the first brand that I went to advertise for was a gym. I went to a gym to advertise for them. They had one person who was fit and me. So they told me, you're going on the screen before, and then after you will disappear. The fit one is going on the spotlight. I said, it's okay, for the money, I'll do it. But yeah, I started small, but right now I have the six-pack, you just can't see. Thank you. Yeah, Starr, tell us yourself. What did you do to get to where you are today?
Disobey my parents. I honestly did. Disobey my parents has been a gift and a curse. The curse is now they ask me for everything, which has been a good thing. But my dad being in law enforcement, my mom being in the medical field, we either had medical field, law enforcement, or follow my grandfather and go to the church. I wanted none of those. We're a musical family, so it was easy getting into music. I got into the music industry first, and then radio. And then I got my first director's break on Empire, thanks to Lee. And then it just started going from there. So, yeah, I think, I'm not saying don't listen to your parents. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying be true to who you are, because your parents have lived their lives. They've done what they want to do. And at the end of the day, when they're gone, you are here left with the decisions that you've made. So for me, just watching how other people had to deal with the decisions that they made. I've always been a free-spirited person, so it was a no-brainer that I was gonna do what I wanted to do and make sure that I give it my all, so I'm not just, being disobedient. I'm actually pursuing my passion.
A big round of applause as well to that. It's still about, the family where you grow up from, that also motivates you to go and do your own things. Yeah, but not disobeying them. Because me, I did disobey my parents. My dad told me, because you are a very nice speaker, my son, I need you to be a pastor. I said, Dad, the only verse I know is John 3:16. After that, the rest I know is Sunday school. Please, I want to be a pastor. I'll go on and be an MC. And look at me now, putting a smile on your faces. But there is money behind the scene. Yeah. Anipha, tell us, what did you do to get to where you are as well?
Well, growing up, I loved modeling. That's the only thing that I could watch on TV with so much interest. But then the shows that I was watching were not happening in Rwanda. We didn't have those shows in Rwanda. And when I was a teenager, I remember there was Kigali Fashion Week happening. I couldn't go there because the shows would happen and then they finish late, and my parents wouldn't let me do that. And so the only modeling thing I could do was at school. And after that, after school, after high school, after leaving the boarding school, I saw that there was no any other way to pursue what I loved the most. I joined, I started being a radio and TV host. I forgot about modeling because there were no opportunities in Rwanda. And later on in 2021, that's when I saw a post of the casting that was going to happen here in Kigali. It happened at Kigali Convention Center, and it was organized by an Ivorian model. And so I planned to go. That's how I went. With me loving modeling, I could do a lot of researches, try to know
what it takes to be an international model. Like the thing here is you have to be prepared so that when the opportunity comes, find you prepared. That's what I did because I kept my shape. I learned how to dress. I learned how to do my hair when I'm attending the casting, and then when I went, the model that was studying a mother agent liked me, and she gave me a contract. I thought it was a scam. I thought it was not going to take me anywhere because I couldn't believe I'll be working Paris Fashion Week at some point. I couldn't believe that I would be in New York Fashion Week at some point. But as days went by, it happened. Thank you.
Yeah, Anipha, still on you. Would you consider that now you've attained your dream, or you feel like there is more to work for?
There is more. The thing is, I'm in the right path, but there is more to pursue.
Can you guys clap hands for that? That's very educative. Maddie Noella, back to you. Yeah. You told us how you started big and how, of course, you're still growing in the industry. Please let us know what challenges you really faced while you were pursuing this journey.
Thank you. So I'd say that, first of all, as I was saying, the content creation in Rwanda or being an influencer in Rwanda, people don't really understand it. They're like, everyone can be an influencer. And they always try to compare influencers with, sorry to say, slay queens. They're like, you guys are just trying to show off, you guys are just there to take pictures. But I like the fact that our government and our president really valued content creators and influencers, and we can all see the impact that influencers are having in the country. But me personally, I faced some challenges as when you're an upcoming influencer, people, text you and they're like, we want you to do this for us, want you to do this for this company. I don't want to mention the companies. And then they're like, oh, contract after, and they're just like, no. But because me personally, I didn't want to first think of money, because when you want to become big, to me, I feel like you have to first build your name, build connections, and then money comes after. Trust me, guys, you wouldn't understand. Money comes after, because when you don't try to collaborate with those other companies or with those other brands, they're not even gonna recognize you, because sometimes it's more of connecting. So to me, not paying you on time. Second of all, I've started when I was still young. I was still in high school. My parents would be like, you're still young. My dad was a soldier, and he was so strict. He could be like, you should be, one of the students that are coming with, big results and all that. So you're trying to go there and take pictures. But now he's one of my first supporters. So first of all, not being paid at the right time. Second of all, being bullied. Third, not really having the community that understands what you're in. Because to me, I feel like I'm one of the people that started influencing in Rwanda, one of the few, and young. So being young as well was, it brought some, criticals, but yeah, it's really not easy, but you have to chase your dreams.
Yeah, talking about bullying, it is also linked with the digital world that we are in. Because somebody could just come from somewhere and start bullying you, or somebody could actually be your friend and start bullying you. I've had that in my years, but tell us, how have you tried to overcome such a challenge of bullying on social media?
So me, when I was in, senior 5, I was in Excella school. So before I went to Excella, I was in this competition called Miss Teen Universe. So that was, to me, I thought it was a scam as well. I'm like, how am I going to represent Rwanda in Miss Teen Universe, like every country in the world? So that was real, but because of COVID-19, I wasn't able to go and do the finals. But I had to be on Twitter's. I had on Twitter. Sorry, I had to be on EGH doing some interviews. I don't know if some of you guys saw it, but me doing all that, me being out there while I'm still in high school, it was a big deal. So I went in Excella, and of course people would be like, "Oh, Maddie Noella, she's in Excella, this and that," and then you think they're your friends, but basically they want to backbite you and be like, "She's just showing off," and then all that, and then when you try to post on Twitter, Gloria Mauno said it. Let us try to put each other up, like try to encourage each other. Let's not do things for clout or for views. It's really not necessary in Rwanda. Because I'm sorry, I'm going to get out of the title Gatoya. I've had a chance recently to go in Kenya for Visit Kenya, Magical Kenya. For some of you guys who follow me on my socials, I think you're gonna be seeing more of that. I've tried to realize every culture in the people that I was with, because they searched for 2 influencers per country. I was with the owner of Rwanda Updates Official. He's called Mahal, and from Uganda 2 more people, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania. So basically, we're all different. But because of the way that I saw, they really gave us value. They really gave us more of what we think we were. Like me personally, I'd be like, okay, I'm just an influencer. But there is more than being an influencer. There is more than being a content creator. And I believe the way you give yourself value, that's how people are gonna give you value. So being bullied, to me, I was just like, you know what? Let me not take this serious. Let me not take, they're just saying. And my mom was like, when you're on the top, you become the topic. Sorry. So I was just like, you know what? This is part of the process, part of the history and all that. So to me, I wouldn't even think that I'd be here if I didn't face all those circumstances. Yeah.
What do we have to say? What do we have to do? We have to appreciate that even after the setback, she still owned it and pushed it forward. I remember back in 2018, I posted a picture. I think I had done an event for a book launch. And then they took a picture of me, these guys that take pictures in events. They took a picture of me. It was very nice. I showed my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm a star. Mommy told me, you know what, my son, because my mother also uses Instagram, post it on Instagram and see what's up. I posted it on Instagram, only to find a person called Eric Ndaisenga, I don't know who he prays to, posting, Boris, why is the left cheek bigger than the right one? I'm like, Eric, let me stop from there because it comes back. I don't want to cry in front of the stage. I'm working. Yes, Starr, you work with these influencers. You give opportunities to them. What do you think is missing in your industry, the film industry? What do you think is missing from the youth to attain all these opportunities that you guys provide?
Knowledge. I think people forget when Microsoft came out, Microsoft was the biggest tech company. And then Google came out, and then Google bought YouTube. And then part of Microsoft license, and Google has been buying. And Google came out after all of these companies. One thing that people forget, nothing lasts forever. That's why in Hollywood, you have legends, you have has-beens, you have D-list celebrities, you have A-list celebrities. And The worst thing that I've seen is a broke, famous person. Do you know what it's like to be so famous and broke? You literally cannot ask anybody for anything because they're gonna be like, "Why are you asking me? You got so much money, right, Raul?" You, no, but I'm saying you're in that field too, and it, he is too much. Why y'all put Raul in the front? But it happens. I have people who you guys may see on social media and idolize that owes me money, little old me. And they're famous, like hella famous. Like when you Google their first initials, they pop up everywhere like Donald Trump hairpiece. Everywhere. But they forgot the most valuable part of the industry. You're not going to be at the top forever. And nowadays, I worked when Love and Hip Hop first came out. I don't know if you guys watch Love and Hip Hop. Anybody watch Love and Hip Hop? I used to work on Love and Hip Hop. And I saw some smart young people that had the industry at their fingertips. And they started to try to relive those fantasies and passions. And, they wanted to, I always had a dream about this person, so I have to meet them. They got caught up in the hype. And then 2 seasons later, we didn't need them to fake reality anymore. And then they became desperate. And now you are the mop. So what I say to every young person, don't forget the business. Don't be so caught up in the lights, camera, action and forget the business. Because if you are, first of all, the people behind the scene make more money. I don't care who you are. The people behind the scene makes more money. And I know because I still kind of live off of royalties. And people forget the business. And when you forget the business, you become the business. Then you end up in every tabloids and people making fun of you. And you go into depression, you start smoking everything but God. And now your life is done. So for the young folks coming up, it's cool to be on Instagram, Facebook, doing all of that. Those brands may not be here forever. They may not, you're not gonna be young forever. You're gonna go from, representing Mac to, baby back. Now you down to droopy draws, like the American folks would say, which is diapers. Because as you get older, your brand changes. The companies that you represent changes. So when you're getting into it or when you're into it, don't forget the business. Because I can tell you, when COVID happened, we didn't get paid for 2 years. Live Nation told us, okay, you guys was on tour, we need you to come back home. The advance we gave you is what you're gonna have. And because we don't know when you're going back on tour, we're not gonna pay you. And legit did not pay us. Man, that's when I knew a lot of my friends were broke. Because people started calling to borrow money. But the whole time I was in Hollywood, I own a nursing home to this day. And then I, invested with my dad, my siblings. That's when I started building different businesses. So that transition after COVID was easy. Because when I looked at what I had sacrificed, it was like, why would I want to go back for somebody to tell me what to do on a set when I can be the set, when I can create the set? I got patience, I got time. And, I'm sitting here, my partner's right there. Chidi, say hi. He's young, too. He's one of the youngest people on our team. That boy pocket's so swole. And that's what I do. Now, when I leave Rwanda, I don't have to worry about the work here. That's his job. I'm just coming to visit and see what's going on. So remember, as you're getting the money, as your face is out there, as you're building the network, one thing, you are a brand, Remember that your name, your work, you can live off of that. Second thing, handle your business. You ain't gonna be young forever. Don't fool yourself. You know, those lipos and butt injections, they gonna expire. People taking them out now. I'm glad I didn't do that. You know, I was tempted at one point. Let me stop. But seriously, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have to spend your savings to correct the times you were balling, because now your health is in danger. Stand on business or stand by the business.
A big round of applause to that. I feel like she has said it all just in one. The knowledge that you have about the industry and the knowledge that you have about what you have to do to get to where you want, even when you meet shortcomings like COVID, you know, all those challenges that might be alarming. They might be simple at first, but then when they actually grow, they affect you in the most weird way. You know, the challenge that you face not being paid for 2 years, and of course you are famous, you are out there. You know, that makes me think that the people that are going to see pictures when I'm coming from Tarama Rwanda and I go out tonight, they are not paying. That's what they think.
They
You
think
see?
you have money because, I mean, I saw you last week. You know, you was chilling with me and some of my partners last week. I saw you last week. I'm gonna see you again tomorrow because I'm getting honored tomorrow and you're hosting it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to see you again tomorrow. You're gonna be giving me my award. How does it feel?
I'm trying to work with the knowledge that you're saying here. I'm working.
I mean, life is about learning, right?
Yeah.
And when I got here, I talked to a lot of people. For me, I've always been I don't care about none of this stuff. But I met with so many people, and what was so funny, I met with people who really thought they were taking my ideas to do something with it. I did. Because I wanted to see the mindset of the people in the country. Because two things gonna happen when investors come. They're either gonna figure out that they need to outsource in order to get their money back, or they're gonna partner with you. If they're outsourced, that means those who are local become workers. All investors, their intention is to come and invest and have you building the empire. Like you right now, you've hosted 3 events that have global business owners. You have no idea what conversation's gonna look like. You know, so your doors are opening. I think people miss it. I spent 23 years in Hollywood. If I was to pull out my phone, like your mouth would hit the floor. I don't have a personal social media. I don't want nobody looking for me. I don't want nobody asking me for money. You want to see what Starr is up to? Go to my business pages. Because for every time you click on my business page, that's money in my pocket. Why would I want you to come and like just be all nosy in my business for no reason when I can make money off of you being nosy? That's a fact. Every time they click her page, your page, we get paid. So for me, I don't want no personal social media. And on top of that, I got kids. My oldest child is 24. She out here with her own company. So I stand on business. And to see so many people out here doing really good, but then so many people still have the mindset that because you're here, I'm the prize. Now, mind you, I've been here for 2 months. Well, here, but throughout East Africa. And I opened 4 companies and then brought in my partners from the UK. And then we met with the partners here. All of that while Wilson and I launching a media hub and going into production. I'm not gonna leave something that I'm 23 years in Hollywood. Come on now. Obviously I'm good at it. But I also like business. Because I got a lot of famous broke friends and I don't wanna be like them.
Yeah, for real. Thank you very much. You know, you just tackle the fact that even with the knowledge that you have, you still have to outweigh your boundaries. You still have to go outside, you know. I know, and one day I'll also have a company or an organization that trains MCs, mastering ceremonies, just to also empower the young ones to be in the same field that I am. Mind you, I am young, but I'm still pursuing this. So I have a vision. I have a vision to also, you're in? Then we'll talk about that after the panel. Guys, we are getting there. Yes, Anipha, back to you. She has talked about the knowledge that she demands when she has to give the opportunities to these youngins, the youths, and all that. So for you, what are some of the qualifications you think you've had in the past years to attain the advantages of where you are today, and what have you done to still be consistent in the industry?
Well, thank you. I would say the industry that I work in is more about how you look. It's more about your physical appearance. It doesn't require any experience, any things that you learned in school. Like being a model only requires, like to take care of yourself, to take care of how you look, your physical appearance. You need to work out, you need to take care of your skin, you need to, so I think that's more about it, and also more about your personality, like the way you interact with people, because you're going to meet people for the first time in a casting, and they're only going to see you for example, 5 minutes. So you have to use those 5 minutes to make sure they know who you are as a person, like to impress them, so that they will want to work with you, like so that they know that you give good vibes. Don't say that, I mean, like you are a good person to work with. So it's more about, like as someone said before, Rwandans were more like shy, like you want things to go in a certain way, you want to behave in a certain way. So when you are in this industry, you have to embrace like everything that is in you to make sure that people know you. You have to step out of your comfort zone to make sure that people know, like can know you better in just few minutes. So yeah, I think that's more of it. It's something that I didn't know, but I got to learn with time. I didn't know that I had to take care of my body even when I'm not working, because as I said before, you have to be prepared for when the opportunity comes, you're ready for it. And what I think I do to stay there, it's very challenging because it's a very competitive industry. So you have to work hard in a way. I mean, like in a way you don't have to work so hard, but also like when you get those big opportunities, because you don't want to work with Fendi today and tomorrow you work with a brand that is not known anywhere. You have to keep the pace. Like you have to try and stay on that A+ shows. So it takes patience. It takes stepping out of your comfort zone, as I said. It takes being competitive, like trying to know how other people that made it up there and they're still there, how they behave, how they talk to people, how they dress, how they try to change how they look, so people do not get tired of your look. You don't have to look the same every day. Yeah, that's more of it. Thank you.
A big round of applause to that. Thank you so much. Now, for the sake of time, I feel like I'll end the panel from here, and we won't have questions from the audience, and that's just because of the time, but we still have more time with them, so you can look for them privately after the panel or privately after the summit and then try and talk to them. But thank you, Maddie Noella, for reminding us of what we need to do if at all we meet shortcomings and how to succeed in this life. Thank you so much, Starr, for letting us know that knowledge is the only key to attaining the success that we literally work for each and every day. And Anita, thank you for reminding us that consistency and being persistent on what you want is the only way forward. Thank you, ladies. I was glad being with you, and I hope you graduate in this life. Appreciate it.